Wow, look at this tree. How pretty. Look at the scenery. God is real. Hey family, it's your girl Zarinah Elizabeth. If you've never been here before or never seen my face, this is a lifestyle channel, and over here we talk everything faith, fitness, motherhood, and everything in between. So we are going strong on Vlogtober, you guys, and today was a beautiful day. It's starting to warm back up. Last week was a cold week. This weekend we're back in the 70s, and next week we're going to be back in the 80s. I wanted to take advantage of the weather and go for a nice hike. Janae didn't want to go with me, y'all, so it's just me and Milan. So we're about to get out the car, we're about to go walk, and I'm taking y'all with me, so let's go. Had to cross over the canal to get to the path, and I really didn't think Milan was gonna make it. I thought I was gonna have to pick her big butt up because she doesn't like to walk over, like, you know, grates and, you know, drains and stuff like that. And the whole bridge, the whole crossover is nothing but a big grated like thing. And she made it through. I had to drag her, like pull on her to do it, but she made it. So you guys, I just wanted to go for a walk. Oh, I thought that was a butterfly. I just wanted to go for a walk and kind of just be one with nature and appreciate, you know, the day that the Lord has made. Another day to just be in his presence, another day to just appreciate what he's done for me, be thankful for what he's done for me, what he's brought me through, what he's brought me to. And I'm just so grateful and thankful. You know, you got to be aware of your surroundings. It is a beautiful day. I'm in a safe area, but you still got to be aware of your surroundings. So if you see me, you know, looking behind me, that's why. I do have my stun gun. I have my pepper spray, and everybody has my location. So I'm being very safe, and I have Milan with me. But even with that being said, you know, I'm just so thankful and grateful for where I am in life. And is life perfect? Absolutely not. Are there things that I'm still believing for and praying for and having faith in? Absolutely. But I'm so thankful that I'm not where I was. The new subscribers may not know, But those of you who have been with me since I started this YouTube journey know that I started YouTube basically as a result of trying to get back to myself. My husband died suddenly, not even a year after we had gotten married. We had only gotten married 9 months prior to his death. We had been together for forever prior to that, but we actually didn't get married until the pandemic, and less than a year later, he suddenly passed away. And so, you know, I felt like at that point, I didn't know who I was anymore, because so much of my identity had been wrapped up in that relationship and being his girl and being the mother to his children and being, you know, just everything that I was and that I prided myself in at that point. And for all of that to be taken from me, from being his girl, because, you know, I'm no longer his girl, right? He's gone. From being a wife or in a relationship, I'm no longer that, right? Because he's gone. Yes, I'm still the mother of his children, but it's just a weird space to be in when all you've known, all of your adult life has been with one person and been wrapped up in one person, and that's all you know, to not knowing anything at all. I questioned everything. I didn't even know what to watch, what I liked. Like, I'm like, what do I watch on TV? What do I like to do? Because everything had been, you know, what do we like to do together? What do we like to watch on TV? What do we like to eat? Where do we like to go? And I can admit that I definitely got lost in that relationship. And it wasn't until I lost him that I really valued relationships outside of a romantic relationship. You know, I always had friends, close friends, and a select few. I never kept a lot of girls around me, just from past experiences. Definitely had some trauma behind girlfriends and best friends. And so I never kept or keep a lot of friends. It's just, you know, a select few of friends. And even though I felt like I valued them then, I didn't realize how much more valuable they were to me until my husband passed, because I needed them to remind me of who I was before him, without him, after him. You know what I mean? And even not just to remind me who I was, but to just keep me up. My friends really kept me up during that time after losing him. And YouTube became my form of therapy. I've always been a creative. I've shared that with you guys before. I even shared some music with you guys that I've done. I've always been a creative. I wanted to be an actress growing up. And then I discovered spoken word. And then I discovered music. And that's all I wanted to do. And then I had my son, and I still pursued music for a good amount of time after he was born. But I'm like, if I don't make it by the time I turn this age, then I just got to hang it up. Because now, you know, I need to focus on being a mom. So basically, if I didn't make it by the time I turned 25, I thought I was going to be too old to continue to do music and not having already been in the business. And, you know, I just was like, my son will be, you know, of an age where he's starting to do his things, his own things. And I wanted him to be able to have a mom that was present as much as I could be. And I also needed to transition into making a job that was making significant amount of money so that I could take care of him. And so I gave up music, and I basically just morphed into this person who was trying to find something else that I could be as passionate about as I was about music. And that was real estate. I really enjoyed real estate. I really did well with real estate. And then the market crashed. And then the market crashed. And then it was like, and I had bought a house, and I'm like, not making the same money, but my bills are still the same. And I'm like, what am I going to do? So I kind of switched gears, and I got into insurance, and I sold insurance for a couple of years and did real estate still, but real estate had become part-time. And, and I've just been trying to find, my way ever since. And, after that, I just like totally became immersed in just being a mom. At that point, my son is playing football, and, I'm having to travel and commute and do so many different things with him. I just needed something stable and steady. And, it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I'm so glad that I took this walk. This is actually a canal, or I'm walking along a canal, and my husband would fish here a lot, and we would walk this, not all the way, we wouldn't walk all the way, but when we did come, I would go part of the way, because Janae was a baby, and I would say, oh, we should ride bikes down here, because we would see people riding bikes. We should just take a walk. So I'm just glad that I'm able to do this now. Janae doesn't know what she's missing. This is so beautiful. Like, when I look at stuff like this, I'm like, man, you can't tell me God doesn't exist. Like, I don't know how people could see such beauty and think it's just by happenstance. Like, no. But, I had really, like, just tried to be as stable as I could be, and be like what you think of when you think of a mom. Someone, a modern mom, someone who works, who, has a home, and, a husband, and a couple animals, and, just a stable career, especially too, I always dealt with feeling, making sure that I was more than enough, because I was a teen mom, and I didn't want the fact that I was a teen mom to ever be something to hinder me, to ever be something that my son would be ashamed of, or my parents would be ashamed of, or I would be ashamed of. So I worked really, really, really hard to try and overcome that. And I felt like there was a time in my teen years where there were family members that expected that of me. They thought that I was like a fast girl, and I really wasn't. I had my time, but like, I wasn't anybody who should have been expected to do certain things, because I was just a creative girl who just wanted to be successful and wanted to do what I was passionate about. But for whatever reason, certain family members, thought other of me. And I just always was big into like, oh, well, you think that? Okay, I'm gonna prove you wrong. So I just had a couple of things that were like motivating factors that pushed me to be as best as I could be, the best mom, whatever. And I kind of forgot about a lot of the things that I truly was passionate about, the things that made me feel good. I definitely was passionate about being a mom, because I wanted to be the best mom, and I love my son so much, my kids so much, and I just wanted to always be the best that I could be. But I got caught up in doing that for 20 years, and then my husband died. And I'm like, wow, who am I? Like, what? Like, what is this thing called life? And to just think that someone so young, so vibrant, so healthy, so muscular, so full of life, such personality, such a beautiful person and a beautiful spirit, and no, he was not perfect by any means necessary. But we have been through it all, good, bad, ugly, and indifferent. And he was such a beautiful person. And to see somebody just be snatched out of the world like that, so suddenly, it was very jarring, very eye-opening, and it really caused me to go into a tailspin. I definitely was depressed. I was questioning life. I was still trying to be a good mom, but I was going through a lot. it even opened a door for me to, I wouldn't say doubt my Christianity. I didn't doubt Jesus Christ, but it allowed me to question certain things, because I'm just like questioning death and like just questioning a lot of things, which allowed for other things to come into my life, like Reiki and crystals, and I only had one crystal, so I wasn't like, anybody like that, but I only had one. I had a pink rose quartz, and I really bought it just because I liked the way that it looked, but I didn't know what it stood for, so it was like, I knew what people use it for. I liked the way that it looked, but I knew what people use it for, and I did have underlying, reasons for buying that one. You know what I mean? So I can't fool God. I can fool somebody else, but I can't fool God. And it just really opened doors of where I was being spiritually attacked. It was very gentle. It wasn't like anything that I was afraid of or praying against or anything like that. It was a very gentle attack, but it was vicious. And that's how the enemy is. He's very, I'm like, what is that in the but it's a squirrel. But he's very vicious. And he will sneak attack you, and he's done that. He did that. Wow, look at this tree. How pretty. Look at the scenery. God is real. God is a good God. But yeah, so through it all, after his death, some demonic and evil doors opened up. But when you train your child up in the way in which they should go, and when you have a relationship with God, and you know who he is, we may stray, but we won't go but so far, because he won't let you. And I always knew who God was, and I always had a relationship with him. And he, I have numerous of things that he helped me with and took me out of and covered me and protected me in, for me ever to doubt who he was. So the enemy couldn't, I don't even know why he thought he had a chance. I don't even know why he thought he had a chance with me, but he tried it. But YouTube has been such therapy for me. So I want to thank you all who are riding with me. I want to thank you all who click on my videos and who watch me journey through this new normal. I feel like I kind of got the hang of it, but there are times where I am rudely awakened that I do not. And I still have a lot of growing to do. And I just appreciate all of you who are here on the journey with me of growing and figuring out life and what this looks like. I'm 43 years old, and my life started all over 3-4 years ago. My life completely started over. Career-wise, just my identity, like everything just started over for me. If there's anyone out there who's had to start over, just know that it's possible. No matter what you're going through, no matter how hard it looks, no matter what it looks like you need to recover from, with God, you are able. With God, you are able. And if you don't know who he is, I strongly, strongly, strongly suggest you to learn and find out who he is, because he's such a good God. But he won't force himself on you. You have to choose him. How many people want to just be forcing and like trying to go after somebody and pursue somebody who's just not interested at all. He wants you, he loves you so much, but he wants you to want him back. So, y'all, I don't know, that was just on my heart to share. So I'm going to continue my walk, this beautiful walk, and appreciate this beautiful landscape that God has laid out before us. And I hope you enjoy this video. And if you make it all the way to the end, drop some leaves for me in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.